Hi, I'm Alan, and I'm with the San Antonio AIDS Foundation, and this is the Richard Wilmore Show. And on today's show, we have a special guest, 12-year-old entrepreneur Noah Latta, author Madison Troutz, and style consultant Wendy Wright. Hit it, big and definite.
Make your day richer than it was before. Got some good times knocking upon your front door. It's the Richard Wilmore Show.
And now, here's Richard.
Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm great. How are you, Alan?
I'm doing well. Thank you for asking.
Thank you so much for doing that. Tell everybody what you do over at the San Antonio AIDS Foundation.
Yeah, absolutely. So I've been with the San Antonio AIDS Foundation for 6 years. And so right now I'm currently the prevention educator. So basically what I do along with my coworker, we provide HIV, STI presentations and education to majority of the middle schools and high schools in San Antonio. So we cover a lot of areas speaking on this. But what our organization does, our primary focus, our mission statement is to prevent the spread of HIV and AIDS, and also provide comprehensive care to those individuals affected by HIV/AIDS. And so it's a great nonprofit that we have here in San Antonio. We're actually the oldest HIV organization in San Antonio, so we've been around since 1986.
Wow.
Yeah.
I know for a lot of nonprofits, I work for a nonprofit, the pandemic has really shifted everything, how we do everything. How has it affected what everyone's doing at the San Antonio AIDS Foundation, and how have you made your way through that? I know you're using StreamYard, which is what we use here, so that's fun. But what are you guys up to?
Yeah, so for the education portion, we are doing virtual, so we're still in the classrooms, but we're using other platforms to present the information to the students. We also have a great, using StreamYard as well, we have a broadcast that we do twice a month on Monday evenings at 7 p.m. on our Facebook page. And so it's called Stay Safe. And so it's a bigger way or an easier way for us to provide more HIV, STI information to the public. And it's for everyone. I would say a person should be at least 13 to watch it because we do talk about some sensitive things. But we have a lot of great guests on there. We have a lot of people who are living with HIV on there. We have a lot of great topics. Just for an example, a few months ago, we had a woman on there who was living with HIV, and she has 3 kids, and none of her kids have HIV. And so we talk about that, about, you can live with HIV and you can still have children and your children not have HIVs. And a lot of people don't know that because there's so much stigma that's attached to HIV alone. As far as testing, because we do provide free HIV and STI and syphilis and chlamydia testing, and gonorrhea. And so since the pandemic, we're doing what we call curbside. So a person can call and make an appointment, or they can just drive up and we can test them. And usually it's just through a finger stick is how we test for HIV and syphilis. So we're still operating, we're still functioning, and we're making it through and making it happen through this pandemic.
Super important work, what everyone's doing over there. How best can people get a hold of the AIDS Foundation?
How fast? Is that what you said?
How best?
The best way is to probably go to our website, which is sanantonioaids.org, and then you can look at the information, looking at the services that we provide, because not only do we provide HIV and syphilis, gonorrhea, and chlamydia testing and education, we also provide other services as well. So if a person's living with HIV and they're trying to get into care, they can contact us through going to our website, getting the phone number off the website, and they can get into care, get on medications that they may need. We also provide mental health counselors. So we have counselors on site who are specialized in it. Clearly, during the pandemic, a lot more people are needing counseling, so we have that as well. We also have our free meals program. So basically, what that is that if someone's living with HIV or AIDS, they could come by our facility and get free breakfast, lunch, and dinner 365 days out of the year. And so these are programs that we offer to our clients. And we also have a clinic on site that has 2 infectious disease doctors on site to help with our clients with any type of medical appointments or health situations. And we have a on-site pharmacy. And the pharmacy is just not for people living with HIV/AIDS. It's open to the public. So anyone can get any prescription. Instead of going to HEV or CVS, they could come to our pharmacy as well and get their medication there. So all this is through our website. You can go to our website and see all the different services that a person may need. And we're there to assist the best that we can.
You're very busy over there, so I won't take any more of your day because I'm sure you have a laundry list of things to do. But I want to thank you for jumping on this morning and doing this for me. And we will chat soon. Thank
you, Richard. You have a good day. Thank you for having me.
All right, guess what? So I love coffee, as you all know. And if you don't know, now you do. So since I've lived in San Antonio for 3 years, I have wanted to do coffee tours since I lived here. And we finally started. I don't know if you saw last week that we went to Early Bird Coffee, or a couple weeks ago, actually. And I visited Southbound Coffee. And I wanted to show you my little trip to Southbound. Take a look. Southbound Coffee. Your little coffee truck is the cutest thing I have ever seen in my entire life. Like inside and outside. You have a whole thing going on here.
Thank you.
It's like a little compact little bug. How did you come up with this?
I want something that's going to stand out. I want something that reflects me and my personality. And of course it's woman owned, so I just kind of wanted to reflect that.
And how long ago was this? When did this start?
So I opened in April of 2019. So this coming April will be 2 years. And it's just been growing tremendously, honestly, from going from like not knowing a thing literally to where we are now. I'm just really grateful.
I love it. And you're in a new location.
Yes, that's correct.
At the corner lot. Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Everybody, where you're located and what your hours are.
Okay, so we are located at 103 Carl Avenue. It's on the corner lot on Carl. So it's off Provent and Highway 90. And it's directly in front of the Bill Millers. My hours are Tuesday through Sunday. We are open from 7 a.m. to 2 p.m.
And what's your favorite drink that you have?
I love the dulce de nuez. Pecan, brown sugar, and a little bit of cinnamon. It is my favorite as a warm drink, but you can do it iced as well.
I love it. And bonus, vegan treats from Miss Chickies again. All right, thank you. I already got my coffee. It's delicious. If there's a coffee spot you want me to go to, tag us in the comments right here and tell me where I should go next week. We will see you next week. When I was 12, I was playing talk show in my bedroom. Cut to me being 36, and I'm literally sitting in my bedroom playing talk show. So there's that. My next guest is 12 years old. He's an entrepreneur. He's a cooking expert. Wendy's down there laughing. I see it. And he has a twice a month segment on Good Day PA. So he's not only here to talk about his newest project, he's here to give me tips on how to be on television. Please welcome my buddy Noah. Hi, Noah.
Hello.
Good morning.
Yeah.
You're here. How are you?
I'm very good. I never thought, like, I posted these on Facebook, and then a day later you just posted, "Can you come on the show?" And I'm like, okay,
Uh,
so I'll
because
take it.
they're so creative. How did you come up with the idea to make these?
Well, I needed money to buy something that's coming out soon. I needed $60, and rather than baking stuff like I did in the past, I had just gotten into sewing, so I decided, why don't I sew little Easter bunnies? But then my mom suggested, it's almost Valentine's Day, why don't you sew these little hearts?
Perfect. I'm going to show people a picture of these. Look at what you can order from Noah. Look at these. How much are these, Noah?
They're $5. They're about 6 inches. They're $5 in regular, or 3 for $12, or 5 for $20, plus an additional 50 cents per heart if you want either a personalized message or a face.
And how do people order them from you?
Just go to my email, lattasweetstuff@gmail.com. So it's that right below next to my name.
Yep.
Just add the @gmail.com, and you can email me. Just email me in this order: the quantity, the colors, and I can do red, pink, or others on request. If you want a personalized message or a face, or just leave it blank, just put that next. And then finally, your shipping address, and I'll get back to you as soon as possible.
Is there a cutoff date for orders when they have to have them by?
Yes. February 10th, because I'd like to have them. I'm going to have them all out of my house by February 12th. Doesn't mean they'll get there on time, but hopefully they'll be there for Valentine's Day, especially if you order early.
Love it. When did you become such a good businessman?
Well, a long time ago, like 2 years ago, I did rainbow loom products, and that kind of taught me. Then I started doing baked goods, and that went even better. And now I'm doing this, and hopefully this will be even better. It's like every time I start something new, entrepreneur-wise, I just get better at it.
I mean, everything you touch turns to gold, Noah. I love it. When did you fall in love with cooking?
A couple of years ago, I went to a baking camp over the summer, and each day I would bake a couple things and bring them home. My mom loved it too, but it helped me learn how to bake and make these amazing recipes, and I still have all the recipes and use them sometimes.
You're in, what grade are you in?
8th,
And
because I skipped my 1st grade.
You're sort of skipping class right now to be on here, so I don't want to take
Just
all.
a bit of science, but science isn't as important as science.
No, it's not like it's cooking class or crap. No, who needs science? Nobody. We need to know what you need to know. What do you plan? What do you want to do when you get older and when you graduate? What do you think you want to do with your life?
I'm gonna open a restaurant in Myrtle Beach called Seaside Shack Bakery and Cafe. It's gonna be a bakery and cafe. It's gonna be all whale themed, and I might sell some of these on some stowed creations on the side. I don't know about that.
Of course you should. In your spare time, you'll be able to do that. What have you learned about being an entrepreneur since you started?
I've learned a lot. I've learned like how to price things. I've learned where's the best place to sell them. I've learned how to charge for shipping and stuff. I've learned a lot about selling products.
What's your favorite thing to create?
That's really hard. Well,
Every
back
new
there,
project.
I have a couple of kits. I have like a little llama and a little ice cream, if you can see.
Right
They're
back
really
there.
in the distant background, but they're little kits that help you sew, and I like doing those. I like making these. I like anything I can eat because yum.
Yum. So you started out as a baker, and then you went into like sewing and.
I only started listing these just a couple of days ago, so this is very new for me.
Wow. Is there another project that you think you're going to take on next?
I really don't know. I might do more. I think I might do bunnies for Easter.
That's a smart idea. Anytime you want to come back, you can. How's your TV segment going?
Very good. I get to go on, like you said, multiple times a month to do it, and it is a ton of fun. And each time I do something baking related. So like last time I did emoji cupcakes with fondant.
That's so fun. Would you have a plan? Have you been on there? I suppose in February or in January already. Do you know what you're doing in February?
Probably something Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
Something with hearts. I haven't decided what I'm gonna do yet. I might do cookies because I don't think I've done cookies on there yet. I'll probably do like heart-shaped cookies or something.
Is it fun to go there and do that?
Oh my gosh, yes. And it's a great experience for later in life.
Yeah, it is. I'm so excited, and I'm so glad that I got to have you here before you became super famous and didn't have time for me.
I
So-
always have time to go on TV. Don't worry.
all right, perfect. I'm going to hold you to that, and you're going to come back here all the time every time you have a project to talk about.
I'm not gonna complain.
All right, good. Go on Noah's Facebook or Instagram. It's all right there at the bottom of the screen. Look at these cute little things for $5, people. Come on. So adorable. Noah, thank you so much for being here today.
Thanks for letting me come on.
Of course, anytime. Now go back to school.
Okay.
All right, we will be right back right after this.
Foosballs. Funny name, serious plant power. Healthy, whole food goodness in one single bite. Wineria SA. Let's enjoy some great vino together. Let's do a virtual wine tasting, enjoy exclusive artisan wines, and join the club. Neon Castaway. Handmade accessories for a colorful life. Teenus. Handcrafted, farm to cup, organic, quality. The Classic Theater, creating excellent theater in San Antonio, Texas that is relevant, diverse, entertaining, and transformative.
I mean, come on. He should be here every day. He should probably be hosting this show, not me. But my next guest has written a book all about it's called IEXPERIENCE. It's all about the future of museums. It's right there. I'm so excited to talk to her because I think this is especially with this whole virtual, like the way we're going and the health benefits of just going to museums. I'm really excited. Please welcome Madison Troutz. Good morning.
Hi, good morning. Thank you for having me.
Oh my gosh, thank you for being here. Can we tell everybody how we met?
Yes. Do you want me to tell people?
Sure, yes, please.
We met through Bumble Biz. You're my
Yes.
first Bumble Biz connection. It's super exciting. Yeah, I've never done this before.
It's a dating app that it turned out there's also a business section of it. And yeah, we swiped and I was like, ooh, an author, that'll be so much fun. Let's see if this works. And you said yes. So that's how this happened. It's a very fun virtual networking world.
I know. Bumble should write a story on us. We can be the next.
We should be, I'll take them in all the stuff we talk about. You grew up in San Antonio, right?
I did, yes.
We have, I've been here for like 3 years. There are a lot of museums here. When did you fall in love with museums?
Yeah, so my mom was really great in taking me to museums as a child, and so were my schools. We were always having field trips to museums, and they were something that were just a fun pastime for me. But when I got into college, undergrad, I was originally studying dietetics, and I took a humanities course, and my final project was to go to a museum and write about an exhibition. And I went to the San Antonio Museum of Art, and for some reason I had been to all the museums, all the galleries except for that one. I'm not sure why. And now it's my favorite museum. I walked out of that museum, I spent the whole day there, and I thought, I don't want to be a dietitian. I want to work in museums for the rest of my life. And
wow.
Yeah.
And then when did you decide, like, I need to write about it? Like, I work for an arts and health nonprofit, and one of there's a great study about the correlation between just engaging in art, like going to museums and the health benefits it has. Going there once a month to a museum has as much health benefits as working out every week.
Wow.
It's so amazing. But when did you really like dive into it and want to explore more about, because a lot of people are like, oh, a museum, it's just we hang art and then we look at, and then we go away.
Exactly. Yeah. So I'm really into activism in my spare time, fighting for equal rights. And I also love museums. So I thought, how can I combine these two loves of mine into one? And so I looked at museums and I thought, they're kind of the structure of museums is kind of outdated. It's been the same for hundreds and hundreds of years. And so I thought, okay, we need to basically break down what we have, use this old framework for museums and revitalize it, build something new and think about the future.
And did you ever think, like, I'm going to be an author one day? Was that ever... I'm so fascinated by people who... Writing a book takes so much time, and you have to have such a thick skin, because it's not like what you write the first time is going to be the thing you edit or the thing you publish. And there are a lot of edits and there's a lot of criticism in that whole writing process. Were you ready for that?
No. I've never birthed a child, but I compare it to birthing a child. It was just very stressful, rewarding, amazing. Yeah, it was a lot of mixed emotions. I used to staple together, or tape together printer paper when I was little and write little books and give them to my mom. And so I thought, when you're a kid, you want to be everything when you grow up. That was one of my things. I was like, I'm going to write books one day, but never did I think that I would actually have, be a published author one day. It's not a bunch of, at least not in my book, of drawing pictures about the baby sister that I want. But yeah, it was a fun process.
And tell everybody what the book is about and who it's for, because I think that's important when you're talking about books. Like, who should read the book?
Yeah, so I made it a point within my writing style specifically to make it a book for everyone. You can hopefully at, maybe like middle school up, read my book. And yes, there it is.
There it is.
Yeah, and be able to understand it. I incorporated nostalgia, memories of my childhood being in museums mixed with structure frameworks. I'm saying in my book that museums are broken right now. For example, if you have a visual impairment, how are you going to go into a gallery with just art hanging on the wall that you're not allowed to touch, you're not allowed to smell, hear? And so the answer to that question is you're not going to be able to enjoy a gallery or a museum. So in my book, I talk about museums need to be everyone. If you're going to say it's a public space, then make it a public space. It shouldn't be children's museums that are just interactive. It needs to be all museums. And that's how we expand the demographic. And especially, with this pandemic, it's really important, museums have done that shift. I know at the Whitty Museum right now, you can download their app and they give you like a virtual tour of the museum. Whether you go in person or stay at home, they have that. So it's about doing things like that, bringing them into the, to 2021. They're too old. So
yeah. What does the future right now look like it's going to be for museums, and what do you wish it looked like?
That's a very good question. I think the future of museums looks a lot like what it's starting to look like right now, a lot of virtual tours. If you go on Facebook or even like museum websites, you'll see, I know the Van Gogh Museum, you can tour. They have these virtual tours of the museum, and I believe most of them are free. So that's, again, expanding the demographic. If you're going to deem it to be a public place, then make it public. Don't charge a steep admission fee because not everyone, can pay that. So the future is making them like actual public spaces for everyone, no matter your ability, gender, race, socioeconomic status. You can go into a museum and feel, like you said, like it's like you feel better. It's like working out. It's just healthier.
Yeah. Your book is available on Amazon, where, of course, like everything's available on Amazon.
Yeah.
So it's super accessible, so everybody is able to get it. What has the response been from it?
It's been great. Honestly, I wrote this when I was still living in Austin. I went to UT for my undergrad and stayed there for a few years. And a lot of the interviews that I did for my book were people in Austin, people who worked in museums, people who worked in traveling art exhibitions, local gallery owners. I met some amazing people through the process that have helped promote my book throughout the industry as well. And it's just been a great response, both locally in Austin and locally in San Antonio. I know you and I talked about this city being sort of a small town feel and everybody's really friendly. So it's been really great.
That's awesome. I had one more question that I totally just lost because I was like, yes, San Antonio. I love San Antonio. All right. Well, you'll come back and I'll ask that question, I suppose. Thank you so much for being here. I love this. I love this idea. I'm going to put the book up again because I think it's so important to go out and experience museums. Oh, that was my question. What did you learn from writing this book?
I learned it was even more validation for me that I want to work in museums for the rest of my life, but not just work in them and contribute to an old set of standards and ways of doing things. I want to make change within the industry. And like I said previously, activism is very important to me and making change in pretty much whatever I set myself out to do. And so even though it's a very big feat, I hope that I can be part of some positive change within the industry.
I love it. I'm so excited to watch what you do because it's so needed and you're such a force. So I'm excited and I'm very thankful to have you on today.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you.
Thank you. Enjoy your Monday and enjoy your week.
Thank you. You as well.
Thank you, Madison. We'll be right back after this.
Lick Honest Ice Creams. Know what you're licking, y'all. Made in Austin, Texas since 2011. Unique flavors inspired by what's in season locally. Go Vegan San Antonio, a vegan comfort food truck located at The Block in San Antonio. Rebel Designs, handcrafted sterling silver jewelry designed by Shelley, inspired by nature. The Right Fit, style, makeup, and fitness, taking the stress out of getting dressed.
My next guest is the style consultant right here on this show, and she's about to do the thing she hates doing the most, which is live videos. And I force her to do these every month, and she doesn't pretend she likes them, but she tells me she doesn't, but I make her do them, and so I want Wendy to come out here and hang out with me. Hi, Wendy.
Hey, Richie, how are you?
I'm super. How are you?
I'm great, and you've had some amazing guests today, so thank you for making me follow after them.
You know what? We have to end the show with a bang, and that's you.
Oh, okay. Well,
so there
I'm
you
gonna
go.
try not to disappoint.
No, you won't. I
Okay,
promise you won't. How has your year been going so far?
It's been going well, yeah.
Good.
I've made some adjustments to my eating habits, and I'm trying to stick with it, and I'm finding it kind of easy, and I'm enjoying how I feel, and just things like that. So some exciting things happening within the style biz, thanks to my social media director.
Woohoo.
And so it's been great. Thank you, Rich.
So I think, we're the end of January now. Everyone has their New Year's resolutions and everyone's working out and everyone's doing whatever they're doing. And then we're at this point now where we're getting fatigued and we're getting like, all right, I've gone 7 days a week for the past 3 weeks. I'm exhausted. How do people keep that motivation? How does that, and I think we were talking, I think in a previous show about color and how that affects your mood. So I kind of want to talk about that in today, of kind of how you can use clothing to motivate maybe workouts or life.
Okay, absolutely. And can I come back to that?
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, I feel like, and correct me if I'm wrong in your opinion, that so many of us start out the year, if we start out with workout type resolutions. And by the way, everyone, I don't know if you know this, I am a certified personal trainer through the American College of Sports Medicine. I've been a trainer for about 22 years. So
she's like a quadruple threat. Wendy does everything and everything.
Yes, I'm something, but that's why we're kind of talking about fitness and style today. But so many people start off really, really gung-ho with these lofty fitness and eating type goals. And that's awesome. It's awesome if you can keep them going and stay motivated. So it takes us about 66 days to form a habit, Richie. And I worked in a gym, several gyms for a long time. This was the time right around February, but I find that it has extended, but people would start dropping off some. Mm-hmm. I think so often we set these major goals that are great, but I think what we have to do first, if you find that you're exhausted, or you're just not enjoying it as much, maybe we have to expand the zone of step 1 in the goal system. And some people may need to dial it back a little bit, but keep those lofty goals. It just may take a little bit more time to get to them, and that's okay.
Yeah, like make it a marathon and not a sprint.
There you go, Bev. Just like that. And Richie, some other things that I think are really important to think about with your working out and eating, just because it works for your sister or your best friend doesn't mean it's the plan for you. Would you say that's true? I mean, like
especially, yeah, I was going to say, because like in that workout world, you're sort of competitive with other people and you're trying to be the, yes. And I think you did this to me once where I'm very competitive and I either like do 100 or I don't do it at all.
Right.
And I was doing this workout routine and you were like, Richard, you literally will not be able to sustain that. Like you're going to, I was doing like so many push-ups.
You were.
And then I was increasing it by like 100, like every, whatever it was. And you're like, that's not, that you can't do that. Like you need to take a break. And I was like, oh, because I just wanted to be the, you know, like I go in at 100 and that's so dangerous kind of.
I love your enthusiasm. And I think there's absolutely, everyone is so different. I think if you're competitive, that's fantastic. There are ways, there are apps, social media things where you can still do your own thing and stay competitive. But I hope you're being competitive for you.
Right.
Because that's where you're going to get the benefits rather than I just want to do, hey, Mike did 500 push-ups today. I'm going to do 600.
Yeah, I have to go an extra mile than the person next to me on the treadmill. That's not healthy.
Use some of that, but let it be, let the goal be to just better your health. And I know that's hard for a lot of us to do and it takes a while, but I think we all get to a point where we realize someday, I think I am working out more for my health, not just because I want to lose 10 pounds.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think those are things to think about. And also, if you are falling, you're just finding that you're bored or you're just tired of it, think about kind of back to what works for you. Are you a person that likes to be in a social environment for your workout? Do you need that just to be motivated? Or do you like to go out maybe into nature for a walk or a hike and use that as a time of reflection or meditation along with activity? So that will help you figure out which way you want to go with your workout because you want to enjoy it. You don't have to love it, but you want to do it. And it does take commitment and work and a little willpower, but it is so doable.
And I think practice and I love what you said about like where you work out. It doesn't have to be a gym. You can get a great workout at a park. There are, you know, benches.
Oh my gosh.
And there's like, I know a lot of my friends who are personal trainers who don't work in gyms and they take their clients in nature and they're
I love that.
climbing trees and they're, you know, moving stuff.
Yeah.
And like, that's because that's how I am. I can't go into a gym 5 days a week. Exactly. I get very bored. That routine gets so boring for me.
Yeah, Richie, I agree. I used to work in a gym and I loved it then, but I haven't been. Yes, I have. I have been back into a gym to work out, but I find that it's just not me anymore. I kind of want to be by myself, and I do use it as a time of kind of meditation or just, I like to be by myself when I work out, and that's okay.
I love you use nature a lot and outdoors to get exercise, and I think I love that.
Yeah, as do you. But remember when we used to do the trail we would go do our style and truck videos at the trail, and we would see workout groups there doing, and I love that. That's kind of the best of both worlds, like your trainers that work out in the park with their clients. I love that. You're getting both worlds.
I love it. What about I see you have some fabs there.
I do. So let's transition into the color thing that you were talking about. Richie, in your segment with Madison, you and Madison, by the way, if you're listening or watching, the cover of your book, that was breathtaking.
Right.
I was transfixed. I'm gonna have to take that with me on my walks and just look at it because it was just so beautiful.
I know the cover of her book is art in
It
itself.
is.
Yeah.
And you were talking, Richie, you read a study that people, I think that look at art, it equals a workout. Was that a week of workouts?
Yeah, there was a study in 2018 that said that compared rigorous, I think it was weekly workouts, in older adults, it decreased their chronic pain by 26%. Going to an art related like museum, theater once a month decreased it by 25%. So it was like almost the same just by ingesting art. Your pain can decrease.
That is truly amazing. Our mutual friend Stacy introduced me to Dr. Joe Dispenza, and he writes about something like that where it's visualization. But when it comes to color and working out, let's say maybe you're just not in the mood that day.
Mm-hmm.
But if you put on something that inspires you or that you feel really good in, and it could be a color, it could just be how a workout outfit fits on you and you feel really good in it, you may find that absolutely motivates you to work out. Or you may find maybe you still don't work out, but you still feel better. And I truly believe there is something in that. If you feel better, you're going to have a better day. And that is going to affect you in the same way as what you were saying. Don't use that as your excuse every day.
Right.
But some days that may be just the way that it goes. Because
you might end up like it might motivate you to do something else that you maybe weren't going to do. And then you got something done for work that was not on your high priority list, but then it became fun.
Exactly. Maybe that work thing wasn't on your workout high priority list, but it was something that was nagging you. And now you have a fresh mind. And with working out, it's about consistency, not perfection.
Yeah.
So, So just to give you an idea, as you know, Richard, athleisure has become such a fashion staple. Would you agree?
I would 110%.
And it's not going anywhere. So
no, not anytime soon.
Not anytime soon. But Fab over here, Fab One, tall Fab, she was kind of blah, but she put on some black jogger pants. She put on her little workout t-shirt, and she did a 5-minute workout. She was at her desk. She did like 10 push-ups. She did a 30-second plank. She did some dips and like 20 squats. She did that for 5 minutes, and she's going to come back to it after she runs some errands, because you can do that stuff throughout the day, and it absolutely helps, right? But with her errand running, she didn't want to go change, so she just threw on this fluffy Sherpa sweatshirt, and she's all set to go, and she feels really cute.
Yeah, I like that because it's not like a billboard of like, look, I worked out today.
No, it's kind of a mix of things.
Yeah.
So if she wanted to, she could throw some heels on with these jogger pants, switch out the tops, and she has another outfit. So it's not a billboard for that.
I love that.
And Fab, which one is she? We'll just call her
2.
Fab 2. Thank you. She's more petite, but she's done a workout, and let's say she was at the gym, but she has to go run a bunch of errands. She threw on this really cute teal swing dress, and she just threw it on over her leggings and her workout stuff, Richie, and it gives her an added layer of warmth. It's adorable. She's going to be outside, so she has on a scarf and a knit cap, and she's just going to throw on like a black workout jacket that she's got with it, and she's going to feel put together and polished. Then she's going to finish it off, Richie, with something called, she's at the gym, so she's sweated, but she wants to add a little color. This is Burt Bee's All Aglow. And what it is it's a chip and lip stick. So it's got a moisturizer built into it, actually a little coconut oil. So you can put this on your cheeks and get a really, really pretty flushed glow. You can also use it on your lips. So this is a great way to look like you've worked out, even if you haven't.
That's what I need.
Isn't that what you need? I'll send you some.
I need to look like I've done something.
It will make you look like you've done something, Richard. And if she wanted to add that, well, she actually did work out, but she just wants to freshen up before she runs her errands. She could put on her All Aglow, or she could put on her Almay Be Strong lipstick that has a bit more saturated color than the one I'm about to show you. So can you see that?
Can you go up a little bit closer?
Yeah.
I don't know why I did.
Okay.
Yeah, there you go.
So that is called Be Strong, and it's by Almay. And the lipstick is called Lip Vibe. And they're really pretty packaging. Can you see that?
Yeah, that's pretty.
It's a great little gift. But let's say she didn't want to work out that day. She could wear Skip the Gym. And along with her flushed cheek stuff. And this is a little bit softer. So she's not, really, faking the workout too much. I don't even know if you can see it. It's really soft. This one is probably going to look better on those with lighter skin tones, whereas Be Strong will look a lot better on those with darker skin tones or more high contrast coloring.
I love that. Those two things are Wendy's favorite finds for the month. I'm going to put the links in the comments so you can go look at those. What I love about Wendy's approach is that it's all accessible, affordable stuff. You're not going to get a session with Wendy and then you're going to have to buy a $400 dress. That's not how Wendy works, and that's what I love, is that it's all stuff that you're going to be able to find at pretty much like your local mall. Do you know where you got the two things that are on the Fabs? Like, where are those from?
I absolutely do know, Richard.
Of course you do.
The Sherpa sweatshirt, the zip up, Old Navy.
Uh-huh.
The, what are these? The jogger pants. They were at Target. What was it? Joy Lab, I think, was the brand. It's Target. It's one of their new workout brands. This cute little teal swing dress, this was a Target.
Of course.
Of course it was. Yeah. In that new area that they have, I guess they all do, that's kind of boho when you first walk in. But that's where she got that.
I love it. How can people best get a hold of you if they would like to chat with you?
It's easy, Richie. They can reach me at Wendy, Wendy, at therightfit.net. And that is my email address. Or they can just go to my website, which is therightfit.net.
I love it. Wendy is here every month. If you have questions for her, send them our way, and I will ask her next month. Wendy, do you have any insight into maybe some spring stuff that's coming, like colors or what might be popular?
Oh, Richie, I so read about that recently, about what's coming in. Well, athleisure is definitely going to stay. That is going to be a big trend. You know what else is going to be trendy is suiting, but very unstructured. So people aren't sure whether they want to kind of stay in the relaxed phase or if they're ready to get out and wear clothing again that actually kind of fits their body. So a lot of that is to be determined. But in the makeup world, there's going to be some crazy kind of fun, like white eyeliner and very bright eyeshadows, things like that for some of the trends. And I honestly went blank on the clothing one. So I'm going to get back to you.
She'll be back. Wendy will be back in February, and we'll talk about it then. That's the
yeah,
fun
we've
part.
got a couple more months to figure it out. Yes.
I just threw that in there because I was thinking, like, I love that color of that swing dress, and that always reminds me of spring, and that's where that thought came from.
And you know what, Richard? If you love a color, it never goes out of style, in my opinion.
There you go. Good.
And that color is it is a universally flattering color. So teal looks good on just about everyone.
I love it. Wendy, thank you so much for jumping on here with me and
Richard.
talking.
My pleasure. Thank you so much. And you're doing a great job. I love your show. Thanks for letting me be on it.
I'll see you on Marco Polo.
Okay. Bye, my dear.
Bye. Oh, she's so fun. All right, let's end the show with a giveaway. If you like the show, heart the show, share the show, all the good things on Facebook, and you should, you get put in my little crown of giveaways, and then you could win something for free for the sponsors, which you saw on the commercials. And today's winner is Michelle Rivera, who was watching earlier, so I don't know if she's still watching. But Michelle, you won a prize. There you go. Thanks for watching, everyone. Thanks for all my guests for being here today. It was a fun show, and I hope, here, I'm going to put this up. Go watch or go order IEXPERIENCE, The Future of Museums. Go to Noah's website and order those. Go hang out with Wendy. Do a virtual coffee chat with her and learn so much. She's an amazing person. I will see you all next week. Goodbye. I love you.
It's the Richard Wilmore Show.